Over the past few weeks, tensions have escalated as residents of the Balearic Islands, particularly in Majorca, have taken drastic measures to voice their frustration. A significant incident occurred when more than 200 activists blocked tourists from accessing the popular Calo des Moro beach, a site known for its stunning beauty and popularity among social media influencers and tourists. Protesters physically obstructed pathways and shouted at tourists to leave, urging them to go, go. This action was part of a broader campaign to highlight the detrimental effects of overcrowding and unsustainable tourism on the island's resources and residents' quality of life. Protesters carried signs with bold messages such as "Beware of locals, we are angry," and wore T-shirts with provocative slogans aimed at deterring tourists. These demonstrations are not isolated events, but part of a larger movement across the Balearic Islands, including Majorca, Menorca, and Ibiza. Thousands have taken to the streets in various locations, including a major protest in Palma de Mallorca, to demand more stringent tourism policies and better management of the influx of visitors. The residents are calling for limits on new tourist accommodations and stricter controls on holiday rentals, which have significantly driven up housing prices and made it difficult for locals to afford homes. The protests are a response to the perception that the local government's efforts to manage tourism have been insufficient. Locals argue that the economic benefits of tourism, which contributes significantly to the island's GDP, are outweighed by the social and environmental costs. The protests aim to push for a more sustainable approach to tourism that considers the well-being of residents and the preservation of the island's natural beauty. The impact of these protests on tourists has been varied. While some visitors have been taken aback by the hostility, others have dismissed it lightly. However, the ongoing tension poses a risk to the island's reputation as a tourist destination. Industry experts and local authorities are being urged to take these protests seriously and address the underlying issues to prevent further escalation and potential long-term damage to the tourism sector. In conclusion, the protests in Mallorca reflect a growing unrest among locals who feel that the benefits of tourism are not being distributed fairly and that the current model is unsustainable. As the peak tourist season continues, the outcome of these protests could lead to significant changes in how tourism is managed on the island, paving the way for a more balanced and sustainable approach that benefits both residents and visitors.